What's going on YouTube? Super Insane 18 here, and today I am bringing you a live twin deck profile. Now this is actually my wife's deck, but I want to go ahead and show you guys what it can do because it's actually pretty cool and somewhat of a sleeper deck for this format. It is able to Scythe lock your opponent without the use of DPE or Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. So let me go ahead and show you guys the combos as well as the deck profile, and let's jump on in. So kicking off the deck profile, we are playing 3 copies of live twin Lil-La and 3 copies of live twin Ki-Sikil. These are the starters of the deck. One of them will summon you the other as long as it's the only monster that you control. So on normal or special, if you control no other monsters, you summon the opposite one from what you have, and that's what really makes your engine go. It is a 1-card engine, and that is how you start it. Then you have the 1 Lil-La Treat and the 2 Ki-Sikil Frost. These are just kind of more utility. You can special them if you control the other colors, so you can special red if you control blue, or blue if you control red. And the Ki-Sikil Frost is just the better one to have, which is why you play 2 over the 1 Lil-La. And then you do have the 1 brick for the deck, which is the Evil Twins Ki-Sikil and Lil-La. You need this for the Trouble Sunny, which we'll get into when I show you guys the extra deck, but it is kind of a brick, kind of not. It really doesn't matter if it's in your hand, because Sunny can use it from the hand as well, but you definitely don't want to see it in your hand. And then we have our 1 Artifact Scythe. This is so that we can lock our opponent, which I will show you guys that combo at the end. And then the rest of the deck is just a bunch of hand traps. We have the Effect Veiler, 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of Ghost Ogre, and 3 copies of Nibiru. Now, because this is just a 1-card engine, like I said, you are able to just play a ton of hand traps, which is what makes this deck so strong. So if you open, let's just say, either your red or your blue and 4 hand traps, you're actually in a really good position. So you just want to max out on ways to kind of just shut down your opponent. Onto the spells, we have 1 Call by the Grave and 1 Monster Reborn. Now, typically I'm not actually a fan of Monster Reborn, but in this deck it's really, really good because if they are able to wipe your board or clear your board or whatever, you can Monster Reborn into any of your names and summon another name, even from your extra deck monsters, which I'll go into when we show you the extra deck. You can Monster Reborn one of your links, special summon out one of the other links, and essentially just full combo off of 1 card. I think that Monster Reborn is really good in this deck, even though I'm not a fan of it in others. We have 2 copies of Live Twin Home. This just lets you special summon one at the cost of a discard, but it is very important for the combo if you want to Scythe lock your opponent, which again we will show you at the end. Then we play 3 copies of Crossout Designator. Because you are playing a ton of hand traps, Crossout Designator is a very good card to have. Not to mention the only hand trap that I really am scared of when I play this deck is Nibiru. So if I open the Crossout Designator, I'm not even going to set it, I'm going to hold it, I'm going to go into my end phase, and then when I try to leave my main, if they Nibiru me, I can Crossout Designator the Nibiru since I play Nibiru in the main, and it's really just a good way to make sure that you're able to keep going. 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. Again, the strength in this deck is the ability to just shut down your opponent completely, so maxing out on hand traps, maxing out on stuff like droplets, you're just able to pretty much tell your opponent no, you're not really scared of any board that they set up if they are able to set up a board anyway, so just kind of more interruption. 3 copies of Live Twin Sunny Snitch. This is kind of like a Tenki for the deck. When you activate it, you can add any of your Live Twin monsters from deck to hand, but it also has an additional effect of if you control an Evil Twin, anytime your opponent special summons, I think it's special summon, it's, yeah, anytime they normal or special actually, they will take 200 life points and you'll gain 200 life points. So that's also really good for time, time rules kind of suck, but if it comes down to it, it comes down to it, so it's just a really good Tenki plus time condition win, I guess. Then we have Secret Password. This is kind of like a Rhoda for Rhoda. You can add any Live Twin Speller Trap, so you do use this to add the Sunny Snitch or the Home, and it just kind of gets you where you need to go. And finishing things up, we have the Infinite Impermanence. Again, this is just more interruptions for your opponent. Since it is a 1-card engine, you just play a ton of things to stop them, and that's what the Impermanence is. That's going to be 40 cards for the main deck. Let's go ahead and show you guys the extra. So for the extra deck, we are playing a Zeus package with Sky Cavalry, Downerd, and Zeus itself. This is actually really cool because you can just get rid of threats that you can't target or destroy. It can't be destroyed by battle as long as it has material. If it battles, you can detach to return the battling monster to the hand. Then you just slap Downerd and slap Zeus on top, and it's just a really good way to kind of clear boards if you need it. I outed Dragoon one match that I was playing because I did play this at one of my locals just to test it for my wife. So really cool option there. We are playing 1 copy of Lingeribo. This is just a good trap out. If you're afraid of something like Evenly or, whatever, you can just make this because you are playing the Cyberse monsters, and it is just a way to say no to a trap. Then we have the 1 Artifact Dagda, this is for the Scythe-Lock, which I'll show you guys, and the 1 Nightmare Phoenix. This can actually come up because you do get locked into Fiends, so not even for the Spell Trap, but just a 1900 Fiend that you can summon is actually kind of relevant. Then we have 1 copy of Transcode Talker. This is essentially just an OTK piece. What you're going to end up doing with the Transcode is, if you've got the materials to do so, you're going to make the Transcode Talker have a Trouble Sunny that points to it. So they'll both gain 500, so you'll have 28 and the Trouble Sunny will be at 38. Then, because Trouble Sunny is a quick effect, you tag it out, summon back your other 2 Link monsters, make sure one's pointing to this, and that's another 16 and another 11, so it lets you push for game. Speaking of, we now have the 2 copies of Lil-La and the 3 copies of Ki-Sikil. Now, these are good because on summon, as long as you control the other, they get effects. The Lil-La will target a card on the field and destroy it, and the Ki-Sikil will let you draw. So as long as you use the Trouble Sunny, if you summon both out at the same time, it counts as you summoning them while controlling the other, so you still get their effects, which is really cool. And that's actually how you're going to Scythe-Lock your opponent. Because this targets any card and destroys it, you target your own Scythe and you don't need the DPE. I'll show you guys in the combo. And finishing things up, we have 3 copies of Trouble Sunny. This is the boss monster of the deck. What I already said you can do, you can quick effect tag it out for the other 2 in your grave, which will get you their effect. So on your opponent's turn, even if you don't have the Scythe, you can draw 1 and pop 1. And then the other effect is that you can non-target send a card that are on the field. I don't know if it has to be your opponent's, honestly. I don't know the deck that well. But you can banish it from the grave, send an Evil Twin, so that's why you play the brick, from your hand, deck, or field to the graveyard, and then non-target send a card your opponent controls to the graveyard. Again, this is a really cool way to out those cards that can't be targeted or destroyed. So let me go ahead and show you guys the combos. So we're going to show you guys 2 combos. One is just the typical 1-card bread and butter combo, and the other is actually going to be a 2-card, or 3-card technically, 2.5-card Scythe-Lock. So let's show you guys what it is. The first one, you can start with either the Lil-La or the Ki-Sikil. It doesn't really matter. I personally like starting with the Lil-La because it is a little better. It lets you get the Ki-Sikil Frost instead of just the regular Ki-Sikil. So you're going to normal summon the Lil-La and activate its effect. Its effect will let you summon the Frost from your deck, and then you take both of them because you have a Ki-Sikil and a Lil-La, and you're going to link them into the link copy of Ki-Sikil. Now, because you don't control a Lil-La, you can activate the Ki-Sikil effect to summon back a Lil-La from your graveyard, and then when you have both, what you can do is you can go ahead and link both of them into the copy of Lil-La. Now, Lil-La's effect, because you do not control a Ki-Sikil monster, you can activate its effect, summoning out the Ki-Sikil from your graveyard. You then get the Ki-Sikil effect because it was summoned while you control a Lil-La, letting you draw a card. The card that you draw does not matter, and then you can take both of them and link them into a copy of Trouble Sunny. Now, that is just the basic bread and butter combo. You still have 5 cards in your hand because the 1 card that you started with replaces itself, so those can be hand traps or like droplets or cross out, or whatever it is that you're playing, infinite impermanence. But you also have the Trouble Sunny effect, which can quick effect tag out to summon back out your other 2, and then this will let you get another draw and a pop because they were summoned and you control the other. So you can chain them however you want. If you want to chain block like an Ash, or if you want to chain block this from getting like negated or something, you can chain it in whatever order you want, but you get 1 draw, 1 pop. So now you essentially have 6 cards off of the 1 card and a free pop for your opponent. So that in and of itself isn't necessarily the strongest, but it's the hand traps that really back that up that makes it so oppressive, and it is a 1-card combo, so you can't really complain. Let's go ahead and show you guys the Scythe-Lock. So this one is a 2.5 card combo. You need 2 cards and any discard. These 2 cards are interchangeable though. This can either be the Lil-La, the Ki-Sikil, or the Sunny Snitch because it can search you anything. And this can be either the Live Twin Home or the Secret Password to search the Live Twin Home. But as long as you're able to get into one of your Live Twins and the home plus a discard, you're able to Scythe-Lock your opponent without a DPE, and let me show you guys how that works. So you're going to start off the same way you did as the typical 1-card combo, making the Lil-La summon out the Ki-Sikil. You're going to link both of these into your copy of Artifact Dagda. Now, this is where you need the Live Twin Home because you are required to get another twin on board. So you're going to activate the Live Twin Home using your discard as cost, and that will actually let you activate Dagda. So you chain the Dagda to the activation of the Live Twin Home. This will let you set the Artifact Scythe to your side of the field, and then off of the Live Twin Home, you're going to summon out a Ki-Sikil. Now, it's important to do the Ki-Sikil here because typically in the combo, the first one that you want to make is the Ki-Sikil extra deck monster. That way you can actually get the draw. So what you're going to do is you're going to link the Dagda and the Ki-Sikil into your copy of the Evil Twin Ki-Sikil. And then you can activate the Evil Twin Ki-Sikil effect to summon back out a Lil-La monster from your graveyard because you do not control one. Same as we did in the first combo now, we're going to link both of these into an Evil Twin Ki-Sikil, activating its effect because we do not, or a Evil Twin Lil-La, because we do not have a Ki-Sikil, we can go ahead and summon out the Ki-Sikil using its effect to draw one card, and then linking both of these into your copy of Trouble Sunny. So now we used 3 cards, we drew 1, so we have 3 cards in hand, which could be droplets or hand traps or infinite impermanence, doesn't matter. But the important part here is that we have a Scythe Lock set up. So what we're going to do is on our opponent's turn, when we use the Trouble Sunny's effect to tag itself out and summon back out the other 2, what we're going to do here is we get our draw, so now we're up to 4 cards total, so technically we only lost 1 card doing this combo, but for the Lil-La, instead of popping a card our opponent controls, we're going to use the effect to pop the Scythe. Scythe is going to activate to summon, and on its summon it will lock our opponent out of the extra deck, so even though you don't get to destroy something that they have, locking them out of the extra deck is definitely much more of a threatening thing that they have to deal with, so I think that it's really cool that this deck can actually Scythe Lock without the use of Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. And there you guys have it. That is going to be my live twin deck profile and combo tutorial. It is a very simple, straightforward deck, but it is definitely strong, being able to run just an obscene amount of hand traps and being able to have such an impressive 1-card combo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want to see the side deck for this deck, maybe consider supporting me on Patreon, because for as little as $1, you can support the channel in a way that I would never be able to tell you how much I fully appreciate. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.